I'm Chris Bauer, and I am an art slinger. I travel around the U.S. selling artwork at comic and anime conventions, and while I'm there, I like to check out cool sites, eat great food, and see all the places my favorite movies and TV shows are made. Welcome to Sets, Streets, and Eats. So just outside of Oklahoma City, there is a place called the Model T Graveyard. And I love old cars. My dad's always loved old cars and worked on them. I definitely can't work on them, but I definitely like looking at them. And it's not something you see every day. There's a lot of junkyard yards around the U.S., but it's very rare to find one with just old Model Ts. Some of them are 100 years old, sitting out here rusting in a field. It's pretty neat. Definitely a piece of American history right there. One did catch my eye. This looks like the Marmon Wasp, which won the first Indianapolis 500. Obviously, it's not. The Indy track has that one, but it looks like they were trying to build it to look the same. It just has that yellow tail there at the end. It just reminds me of the Marmon Wasp. It's got stacks of, it looks like actual chassis over there. That's crazy. Pretty neat. Guys, I don't even know if you can hear me with how loud the traffic is, but I am downtown Oklahoma City. I'm on the Sky Bridge, basically just a walkway that connects one side of the highway to the other, but it's a very fancy looking bridge, and I thought, I've driven under it so many times going through Oklahoma City that maybe I'd like to walk across it, so it's pretty cool. So I'm at Nick's Grill in Oklahoma City. I was doing a little bit of research on where to get the best burger in Oklahoma City, and this place kept popping up. So they've got something called the Monster Burger. I did not order it because it has 6 patties, but I went with a triple. We're gonna see how it looks, but they're big, so they look amazing. Pretty excited. fantastic. So many toppings, it's hard to keep it together, but that's what I knew that getting the triple burger. The 9-ounce patties, so they're huge. So many toppings. The sauteed onions and jalapenos really pop. They get the whole thing a little bit of heat. Grilled mushrooms, homemade curly fries. Can't miss. Man, the burger's so juicy. It's gonna take about a dozen napkins. At least.
Good job, man. Thanks. Yeah, thank you. Really good. Appreciate it. Did you finish that over there? Almost done?
That's a big one. So I used at least 15 or 20 napkins on that one. That's a big burger. It was really, really good. Yeah, this is a great burger place. The burger was really tasty, all 3 patties. So like the seasoning, pepper-based seasoning. Come in here. So downtown Oklahoma City, there is a road called Film Row. Let me explain what it was. So Oklahoma has a very rich filmmaking history, but it's mostly in Tulsa and northern areas. Oklahoma City doesn't have a whole lot of movies made here. However, they are very famous for being the home of one of the original film markets. And all the way back to like 1907, this is where all the studios had these buildings, and they would set up to show what they had coming up for the next year to theater owners. And then later on, that switched to theater owners and video store owners and chains. So even up until the 90s, they used to have a yearly film market here where all the theater and video store owners would come here to see what movies were coming out in the next year. And slowly over time, that went away, and the buildings were left empty. So a few years ago, they kind of refabbed the whole neighborhood, and it's restaurants and stores now, but they still pay homage to their beginnings, much like that mural from Paramount behind us. So I'm here at OKC Pop Culture Con. It's in Oklahoma City. The show was yesterday, Saturday, and today's Sunday. It was pretty brutal yesterday. The air broke in the hotel, and it was over 90 degrees in the vendor room yesterday, and it was really hot. Like, when I left, it literally looked like I had been in the pool all day. It was pretty rough. So the air seems to be kicking on a little bit more now, and hoping it stays on, and hoping that people come back today as well. Other than that, it's been an interesting little show. This is not one I've done before, and they usually have 2 shows from what I understand. They do a horror con and a pop culture convention, but this year due to COVID they had to combine the 2. And I did notice that it's been primarily horror fans that have been here, judging by all the t-shirts, of course. But there's a lot, vendor-wise, there's a lot of mix of different stuff. There's lots of toy dealers and comics and manga, however they pronounce it. There's definitely some vintage toys that I had my eye on. Obviously not to buy, because this year I will be buying no toys. But stuff you don't see all the time. Some old Star Wars stuff, so.
and then obviously a few shows that still happen this year. And I'm sure this show is probably low attendance too, but there was times in here it was pretty full. Everybody seemed to be in mass. There was a few people that had them pulled down under the nose, you know, as tends to go. So I'm kind of looking forward to finishing the show out and see how it ends up. Maybe I'll come back in the future. Maybe I won't. So I'm at the Oklahoma City bombing site, the Edward Murrow, what's her name? I'm sorry, the federal building that blew up in 1995. It was a scheme concocted by Timothy McVeigh and some cohorts. I remember when it happened. I was a teenager and I didn't really pay much attention to it. I was doing my own thing, but I remember it hit home soon after when they caught the rest of everybody that was involved close to where I lived in Michigan. And that kind of blew my mind that was happening, you know, built these horrible weapons used on fellow Americans close to where I grew up. So the memorial is absolutely beautiful. It's a really special place. They have a reflecting pool. And these gates on either end, one has 901, one has 903. 901 represents the time of innocence, the minute before the bomb went off at 902. And 903 represents the memory of it going forward and the healing, which I thought that's really neat. All they look like chairs, but they're memorials for everyone that died. They're inside the parameters of the building. They still have the outer wall or sub-basement wall that goes along the back and the side of the memorial to show you that you're inside the actual parameters of the federal building. Definitely a really special place. So this is the edge of the building. And it survives today. And they did this, they left this here because they wanted the memories. Each chair represents a person that was killed here, and they put their memorial inside the building perimeters. These are the names of the victims that all died here that day. These are survivors. This is a section of the original fence line. As you can see, over the years, people have put their own little memorials out to those who died. It's a really sad event. So I am heading to eat dinner at a place called The Mule, which I know is a great name, but their sandwiches apparently are fantastic, and so are their onion rings, is the word on the street. So I am always down for both of those things, and pretty excited to go try this. So I'm by the University of Oklahoma. It's a really cute little neighborhood. Right here, there's a lot of bars and restaurants. Anyway, just went and got takeout from the Mule. That looks lovely. These are mac and cheese nachos. That's right, I said that. Got chicken, peppers, onions, ooh, a little spicy, jalapenos, mac and cheese. Yeah. Spicy mac and cheese. Crusted bacon, avocado, cheeses, at least 2 or 3 kinds, and an egg. It's really tasty. That's a good breakfast sandwich and dinner sandwich. All its flavors marry together really well. That was delicious. They're a little pricey, but honestly the food quality is really good. So if you're in Oklahoma City, come check them out. That says Mule. So right downtown Oklahoma City, they have a group of statues, kind of like Dallas has with the cattlemen, but this is in honor of the Centennial Land Run monument. Land runs were basically how Oklahoma Territory was settled way back in the day. The best idea that you can get of how it looked was that Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman movie Far and Away. They do a land run in that. It looks, you can imagine what it probably was like. So they would blast a cannon off and the whole starting line would take off at the sound of the cannon at a certain time of that morning that was advertised in every newspaper in the country long before. And then finally the day of, people would line up, bring everything they owned, and go stake their claim